Good morning, guys. It's now Saturday. I passed the 3A a couple of days ago. I have now got the lessons for the 3B starting today, which should be fun. It's going to be my first day out on the road in an articulated, class 1. Oh, can't fucking wait. Can't wait. There's going to be a lot to take into account. Obviously the length's a little bit longer, the way it turns, so it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. I'm not too worried about it, because obviously, I can drive, but so I'm not completely learning from scratch. But it is a completely different animal to what I'm used to driving, and completely different to the class 2. So yeah, going out on the road for the first time in a articulated, it's a bit of a breezy day, a bit of a windy day. They reckon up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, so I get to experience my first little bit of wind in a HGV. We'll see how that goes. Bit of a reflection on the last test. For those of you that don't know what's happened with the test, the government's now split the test up. The reverse coupling and uncoupling used to be tested at the test centre and used to be inclusive in the actual test itself. Now it's not. Now it's been taken out. It's a completely separate module called the 3A, and you're tested at your place of training instead of at the test centre. So it apparently makes it faster for the test. It also makes it more expensive. Yeah, if I can, I'll see if I can record a little bit of the lesson, just the road side of things, just a little bit of the lesson of me being out on the road. I'm not sure how they're going to feel about that, if they're going to be arsey about it or not. I'm not sure. It'd probably help me out if I could do that, but I'm not sure whether or not they'd actually allow me to do that. I'll ask. If they say yeah, then it'll be in the video. If they say no, there's nothing I can really do about it. Some places allow you to video, some places don't. Some places are really funny about it. I don't know why that is. I don't know if they feel it's a distraction. As long as I'm not talking, commentating on the video, I can't see it being a distraction, to be honest. But companies have policies. Pardon me. I was trying to get my head down early last night, knowing that I've got my lesson today, and it just didn't work. It never works. It never works. Anyway, catches on. I'll either catch us in the video of the road, or I'll catch us on the way back after the lesson. Peace. Right, guys, not really allowed to film, but just a quick look. This is the inside of the articulated one that I'm driving today. It's a bit of a beast. Anyway, gotta go because I don't want to get caught. Today's lesson's going really well. So far, so good. Loving it. Right, guys, that's the end of my first day's road training. Sorry about the glare on my glasses. That's the end of the first day's road training in class 1. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was much better than being in a class 2. My own personal experience of driving that class 1 was, it felt like that's where I was meant to be. I never really felt that comfortable in a rigid. I don't know why. I don't know why it was like that, but I never felt 100% in a rigid, whereas today I went out and I articulated. I did all the manoeuvres I did in the rigid in a longer vehicle, and I'd say I did them better. It certainly manoeuvres fantastic on the road. They certainly can get where I feel the other truck couldn't get. They've just got that manoeuvrability about them. Not on the reverse. I'm not talking about the reversing. The reversing is a whole different ball game. That's a skill set in itself, and it's going to take a while to get to grips with that particular skill. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say you've done. Nobody just sits there and just smashes the reverse straight away. I believe that's a skill that's going to need mastering. For me anyway. For me anyway. You know, I've watched a fair few YouTubers saying, oh yeah, go on, it smashed it. Good luck. You know, I'm glad, but my skill is definitely going to have to be worked for in order to be at the level that some of these other drivers are. If you're natural at it, then that's wicked. You know, fair play to you, but I'm not that. I wasn't that natural at doing it. I had to work at figuring it out. I had to reverse down the road today because I overshot it a little bit, and I was doing a right hand. I was turning right. There's a set of traffic lights, you know, the ones with a little arrow on to tell you if you can go. So the arrow came on, so I could go ahead right away. And as I'm pulling forwards, this woman in a Mini was edging forwards, and I needed where she was at to get around, so I carried on going a little bit further, and I ended up overshooting it because she put a brake on, and I thought I can still get around there. What I should have done was just stopped. So stupid mistake. Anyways, I ended up having to back it back out and then take it round again. No big issue, nothing major. But yeah, really, other than that, nothing, no issues really, no issues. I didn't put my handbrake on a couple of times. I kept my foot on the foot brake. I shouldn't have done that. I need to put the handbrake on. A couple of times I put the indicator on and then check my mirrors. Shouldn't do that. Mirror first. So, you know, I worked on that. My clearances to the cars I was driving past, my distances were okay, but not for the speed I was going. So I need to either A, slow it down, or B, just move out an extra foot. Yeah, but apparently my distances wasn't very good for the speed I was going, so I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I worked on it today, and at the end it was all good. What else? That was it really. That was it. Nothing major. Got basically a pat on the back again saying it was a really good drive. But I've got a set of questions. Safety check questions. Because I haven't completed the class 2, I will get asked 5 of these on the test day. So I've got to learn these, which I will do. I'll go through them tonight, and tomorrow I have another lesson, again another 6-hour lesson, so I'm looking forward to that. I was a little bit apprehensive of how it was going to be, you know, being a much longer vehicle, longer vehicle, but it was sweet, absolutely sweet. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. and take it easy. Look at this. It's a cold one this morning. A definite cold one this morning. Woohoo! Morning, guys. It's day 2 of the training today. Woke up this morning, my car's pretty much frozen solid. You can see on the back window there, absolutely frozen. Can't see nothing out the back of there, can't see nothing out the front, so I'm just waiting for the car to warm up before I head on out. Reflections on yesterday's lesson. Now I've had time for it all to sink in. I'm aware of a few things that I did wrong yesterday. I've been thinking about it. I can work on them today. Same stuff as what I mentioned in the video previous. But I need to work on them because my test is not far away now. I just wanted to do a quick reflection of what I've done so far, just in case anyone was wondering. I had a comment yesterday, and it took a little bit of writing to do, so I thought I'd just make a quick video just in case there was anyone else. Basically asking, wondering what the score was and what to expect when you're going in for it. So basically, you'll turn up on the day, your specified time, and you will hand over your license, unless you're me. Unless you're me and you forget your license, because I did the first day. I forgot my license. I had to get someone to drop it off. I don't know if it was nerves or what, but why would you do that, really? Idiot. So anyways, you hand over your license. You make sure, if you're doing if you're just doing the class 2, just your license, yeah, so they can check your category on the back. If you're doing the class 1, you'll be asked to produce the email you sent to DVLA asking for the extra category. If you're going straight from car to class 1, that is, and you haven't already got the C+C on your license, the provisional version. And you'll also be asked for DVLA's response. You show the email. So I did that. After that, I was taken out to the vehicle. You basically, it doesn't matter which one you do, you'll be sat in the vehicle first, in the passenger side, and your instructor for the day will basically do the reverse once and talk you through it as he's doing it, or she's doing it. And then once it's been done, you can ask any questions you like, and then it'll be your turn to jump in the driver's side, and you'll pull the vehicle forwards to the position, or they might do that for you. I'm not sure. If you've never been in one before, they might do it for you. Anyway, once you're there, the instructor will be on the outside. You'll have your window down, and you'll be doing a reverse manoeuvre slow. If you're going, they'll watch your front wheels. If you're going wrong, they'll say, yeah, turn your wheels to the right, turn your wheels to the left. Yeah, come over to me a bit, slow it down, speed it up a bit. They'll give you whatever directions you need to get through the manoeuvre. They'll do that a couple of times, and then they'll say to you, right, now you do it. You know the score, now you do it. Which is fine. I think that's top. It's the only way to learn, let you do it. Sorry about the lighting, by the way, but this sun is shocking. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Your instructor will switch over with someone else who will then be your examiner from the same company, then you'll be tested. The day after, what will probably happen if you've never been in one before is your instructor will drive you out of the compound and take you to a nice quiet road where you'll then switch over. It'll be a pretty straight road. You'll then be asked to drive a little and then pull over where it was safe to do so they can check your mirror work and all the other stuff, make sure you've got no bad habits, make sure you're not going to mount a curb in a straight line, blah blah blah. then they'll ask you to do it again. They'll ask you to do that a couple of times. Then they might ask you to do a U-turn, because they asked us to do a U-turn from day one. Do a U-turn, come back down the same road, and then that's it. Then you're out for a drive. And that's pretty much how it goes. You'll be corrected. You know, if you're too close to a car, they'll tell you too close. If you're too fast, they'll tell you too fast. So on and so forth. You'll do a mixture of A roads, B roads, and motorway driving. You'll do a mixture of them all. You'll be taught to about cycle lanes and all the other stuff. Make sure that you know your highway code. Make sure you know that it's one-way streets, and make sure you know your limits. Keep your eye out for the signs, and that's pretty much it. You don't have to do the reverse for the test anymore as part of the actual test, and I believe that the test is now an hour long instead of 90 minutes. So the test has dropped down a little bit. Anyway, I just thought I'd do that quick little talk about, you know, what goes on when you first get there and kind of what to expect. The driving of them themselves, yeah, it's a little bit different to a car. Obviously the size, the speed, the acceleration's a lot slower, the braking's a little bit further, although it's not too bad with the weight that's in it at the moment. It's only bad when it's fully loaded, I believe. Good. I personally feel much more comfortable in a class 1 than I do in a class 2. That's just my personal preference. I believe it handles better, feels better, goes round corners better, does not reverse better. Does not reverse better, but we know that. So your reversing takes a little bit more work. If you can get through that reverse manoeuvre at the beginning, you should be pretty much alright. I did have to put the reverse into practice when I was out on the road, because I made one minor miscalculation, should we say, when I was turning into a right-hander. And believe it or not, the right-handers are the easy ones. I don't know. So yeah, going into a right-hander, I made a little miscalculation and had to back up a little bit. Not much, about 4 or 5 foot. Had to reverse and then, you know, then chuck it in a bit tighter. But yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'm almost there now, so I'm gonna go and I'll crack on with my with what I've got to do. I've got my questions. I'm a little bit early. I've got some questions there that I'll read through. Just basically the kinds of questions that you're going to get for your test. How do you check the windscreen wipers, that kind of thing. It's nothing major. You'll get a printout anyway with what kind of questions they're going to ask you, so you don't need to worry about anything like that. But yeah, okay guys, see you in a bit. Peace. Right guys, I'm just on the way back home now. That was my next 6-hour lesson, over and done with. 6 hours is a long time to be driving round. I mean, we stopped for a little quick debriefing and stuff like that, but 6 hours of learning and driving at the same time, where you're concentrating on not to hit a curb. You know, you spend more time in your mirrors than you do looking at the road ahead, and you really do. I don't even know how we managed to I don't even know how we managed to stay, but we do, you know what I mean? But you spend more time in your mirrors than you do looking at the actual road. And on top of that, you've got the debriefing and stuff, you know, your little debriefs in between you're doing your circuit at the test course. We only covered 3 at the test course today because it was an hour's drive up there, and my instructor didn't really know the area too well. She had it on a sat nav, but she didn't really know the area too well. The bits I did do was fine, you know, it wasn't too bad. There was a couple of little sneaky bits in there, but as a rule it was alright. It's going to be a little bit more difficult tomorrow, I believe, because there's going to be a lot more traffic on the road, and that's going to make, you know, some of them roads, they're going to be a proper waiting game. But yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to go tomorrow. I'm not sure. She's basically wrote down that I really didn't do anything that I'd warrant a fail on a test. I don't really need brushing up on anything. In her eyes, I'm test ready. You know, I'm test ready. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow morning. I've got an hour's drive up, not tomorrow, you know, in Tuesday. I've got an hour's drive there. Then I might be able to mess about with the driving around. We've got to do the paperwork. So yeah, I drive there and do the test, and no matter if it's a pass or a fail, the instructor, doesn't matter whether it's a pass or a fail, the instructor will sit there and drive back. So yeah, we'll see on the day now. We'll see on the day. Right guys, sorry you can't see me, but it's, you know, it's really early in the morning. It's like 6 o'clock now, and I'm setting off for my first lesson of the day. My test is at 9:30 today in Atherton. So rather than just not do a video, I thought I'd do a video where, you know, at least you'd be able to see a little something, even though it is probably blurred. But I don't really want to concentrate on the camera too much. So yeah, I apologise for the state of the video at the moment. As you can see, the weather's absolutely shitty today. So that means I'm going to have to take into account my my stopping distances and stuff. Make sure that they're on point. I'm feeling a little bit nervous, especially after last time, you know, the failure last time. So I'm definitely feeling, you know, feeling it more this time. And the fact that I don't really know the test route up here. But as they say, you know, if you can drive, you can drive. That's what they say. So hopefully a little bit later I'll be bringing you back with a pass certificate, but it's now up to them on the day, I suppose. I've got, I think it's a 2-hour lesson, so I've got like an hour to get there, then a quick hour's drive round, or 45 minutes drive round, and then it'll be to the test centre, hand over my forms and stuff. I've got to hand over the reverse certificate that I did, you know, the pass for the reverse. Got to hand that over. I've got to hand over the forms for my application for the category C+E, because I haven't had my license for all that long, so it's not actually on my license to C+E. So I've had to apply for it, and hopefully I can well, I've got the print out. I actually printed it out yesterday so that I know that I've got it. But yeah, I'm not sure what the traffic is going to be like in that particular area that I'm going to. 9:30, I'm hoping that everyone's going to be already in work and the school run's already going to be finished, to make it for a nice test where they can just concentrate on the road and what I'm doing and my positioning. you know. But we'll see. But yes, YouTube, I am very nervous today. Very, very nervous. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna, you know, try and get myself in the mental zone where it needs to be in order to go through the test. Yeah, I'll let you know later either way, but fingers crossed it's going to be a pass, yeah? Catch us in a bit. Right guys, welcome back. Sorry about this morning. I know it was a bit dark. Just got back from the test. I'm now leaving the test centre. Yeah, what can I say? Let me just get out of here and I can talk to you proper then. Sorry about, I know my beard's a mess. I've had my mask on. You can't do the test without it apparently. Fucking, oh what, my indicator's on the wrong side. Completely forgot what I'm doing now. So that was the test. I went up to the Atherton one this time because I thought, you know, my initial thoughts was, I think I'll pass at Atherton as opposed to Bredbury. Just before I get into the bones of it, when I was doing the lessons, in the articulated, and I actually did, we went, the first day we went round the Bredbury route, and the state of my beard just ruined my life. Anyway, we went through the Bredbury route, and to be honest, I think I probably would have been more comfortable staying at Bredbury, if I'm completely honest, because there's nothing worse than going to a test centre where you just genuinely don't know the roads or what they're trying to trip you up on or anything, and that just made for a very nerve-wracking experience. Anyways, I passed. Yeah, I passed. So all I've got to do now is this. Wow, there's a watering can on the road. What's that doing there? All I've got to do now is the module 4, which I can't do yet till my license gets back. But that's okay because I feel like I need a little bit of a break anyway, just from all the pressure, because I put everything I owned into this, everything. You know, there's nothing left now, so failure really wasn't an option with this test. And you know, I'd said that to the instructor. I'd said it to the, you know, the guy that took me on the test today, that a failure really isn't an option because I just genuinely can't. It's going to be months and months and months and months. You're talking maybe 6 months before I can sit there and try and get the dough together to go in for it again, because you know it's quite a lot of money at £500 a pop. And I was talking to a lad in there, and he's failed his 3 times now at Bredbury. His class 2. There was another lad that had failed his, that I was talking to the day before, up at Atherton, and it's just a scary thought, you know. But I went and I done my test. I went and I done my test there. I didn't know the route. I was scared to death, but not enough to sit there and mess up that much. I really enjoy driving the class ones. I really enjoy driving them. I enjoy the mirror checks. You know, it's like a fully organised, fully involving, not organised, involving drive. Whereas, although it's involving in a class 2, it's not as involving as watching what you're doing in a class 1. Watching where that trailer's going in. There's a guy backing up there at the moment. Watching, you know, what's going on. So yeah, it's good. It was a good test. I think the only minor I got was we stopped at the bottom of this hill behind a learner car, and he told me to pull off when I was ready and when it was safe to do so. And two minus. I'll tell you in a sec. So there was a learner car in front of me. He told me to pull behind the back of the learner, so I did. I did pull behind the back of the learner, and when I did that, another learner was coming downhill, and they stopped or slowed down. And then when it was time to go, I had a quick look. There was nothing behind me. The learner I thought was still quite far away. I thought he was far enough away, but it put me down as a minor for it. But I pulled out and I went. We had enough room to get out there, but the guy said it's a good job it's a learner coming down, because if it would have been another car coming down at speed, then you might have met each other. And I thought, well, if there would have been a car coming down at speed, then I obviously wouldn't have pulled out. So I didn't really take that as a bad thing. But the other one, I genuinely did, because I was going a little bit too wide on one of the roundabouts, because I had this philosophy. I'd rather be a little bit wide than touch the curb, because you touch the curb and it's an instant fail. So I thought I'll stay out just a little bit more, and I did that. And yeah, he put me down as a minor for it, but that's it. Other than that, he said that was a really good drive. He said it was a really good drive. He said, you know, how many times have you tried to do your thing? Your what's the name? Is this your second time? I said no, the first time I've done the I did the class 2, and the guy looked at my license as if to say, well, it's not on here. But I kept my mouth shut at that point, just in case he turned around. I said, well, no, that's it now, fuck off. But yeah, he sent my license off because apparently it's faster doing it that way. I've been told it's only 5 days now, usually, for it to come back. 5 to 10 days. But yeah, I'm done. I'm all done. That's that stage done. So the next time you see a video, it'll most probably be me. There's my guy, he went out at the same time as me. So it'll probably be me either doing the mod 4, or it'll be me at my first job. So thank you for tuning in so far. Well appreciated. I'll always be here if you've got any questions. You need something, need something answering or whatnot. But yeah, wow, what a day. Peace.
Anybody way won't fight you, may they come, they already know. I'll be right beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, They don't know what's going on. Monagiso, Monagiso.